What's up, everybody? Matt Outdoorsman here. Alright, folks, so today I'm going to be showing you my bug out bag. Okay? I made a video a little while back demonstrating my get home bag. Alright? My get home bag is a bag that I keep in the back of my truck at all times for emergency situations. Alright? This here is my bug out bag. Alright? This is the bag I'm going to be taking when the shit hits the fan and I need to bug out. Alright? In addition, I also use this bag for my solo winter camping. And I figured I'd make this video today because this upcoming weekend I will be doing some solo winter camping out in the woods with my hot tent. Alright? And essentially everything that's in this bag I'm going to be bringing with me out into the woods to do my camping with. I just have that mindset that when I go and do my solo winter camping, I'm doing a couple things. Number one, I'm enjoying myself, all right, because it's what I love to do. I love being outside, especially this time of year, out in the woods, when everything is dead and wide open. There's no foliage. You can pretty much see everything around you. I just love being in the middle of the woods in the wintertime. It's just something that is with me. Number two, this is training for me. I do this to train myself and train my body and put myself in uncomfortable situations and scenarios for when things actually do break bad, if and when that time comes. I hope I'm one step ahead of the crowd, or 10 steps ahead of the crowd, you know, with the mindset, number one, because that's what you need a proper mindset. And number two, you know, the physical aspect of it, all right? I'm pretty active. I mean, I'm not a fucking gym rat or anything like that. I don't live in a gym, but I do walk every day. I hike occasionally, a few times a week, you know, so I am out there moving around on a daily basis. All right. This rucksack is an 85-liter rucksack. It suits my needs, and when it's full, it's about 50 pounds, a little north of 50 pounds, all right? So that's something that, you know, you have to take into consideration. Everybody's different. Everybody's tolerances is different. You know, some folks might not be able to take a pack this size. There are smaller rucksacks that I have. I have a 55-liter rucksack. And I particularly like this brand of rucksack. It's Teton Sports. And in no way am I affiliated with Teton Sports or the company. I'm not trying to sell shit on here. You're never gonna see me selling shit on this platform. This is just my own personal preference of brand that I like to buy, all right? So going back to what I said about putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Well, up here in my neck of the woods, we're looking at a pretty hefty cold snap coming through. This weekend, the feel like temperature is going to be 34 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. And I'm going to be out there in the middle of the woods by myself, far enough away from people. And it's going to be a survival situation, folks. You know, again, this is what I'm talking about, uncomfortable situations. It's all about training. It's all about mindset. You know, you got to get accustomed to that. You can't just sit here and talk about it. All right, you got to be about it. All right. There's a lot of people that will come up on this platform and shoot their mouths off about how important prepping is and, You know, they got 100,000, 500,000 followers, and they sit there in their house or their mama's basement, you know, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but, you know, they talk the talk, but I don't ever see them walking the walk or doing any, you know, hands-on demonstrations of how they're gonna handle themselves. So after I'm done making this video, I'm gonna take the next couple days, I'm gonna tie up all my loose ends here at home. I'm gonna get out in the woods this weekend, and then I will be documenting my experience out there. I already do have a video up on this channel already that I made, I think it was a little over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, about my experience out in the woods. I get out there and I do this a few times a year during the winter months. All right, so I've ran my mouth long enough. Let's open up the bug out bag and I'll show you what I have inside. Listen, everybody's different. I might have things in this bug out bag that you might not have, and vice versa. All right. Again, I go with what suits my needs and what I think is feasible for the situation. All right. So, start off. Nice bushcrafting axe. I keep this strapped to the outside of my bag here. I use this obviously for wood processing. It's not your traditional size axe. However, it's a lot bigger than a hatchet. Definitely gets the job done and can be a lifesaver out there when you're processing your firewood. All right. I keep a 10mm file on hand to keep it nice and sharp. So the bushcraft axe comes with me. Again, strapped to the outside of the bag. All right. Next is my big boy silky knife, so silky saw. All right, I keep this on my person, put it right on my belt, and I wear that. Basically, again, it's just another tool to process firewood, folks. All right. Nice big handsaw. I could cut down small trees with it. I can process wood for long fires if I'm doing tarp camping. I can process wood for my stove, for my hot tent. Definitely a handy tool to use. And speaking of my stove, I got a mini titanium stove here. It's a wood stove. Pomali puts it out. I'm not going to take it out of the sack. My only con to this is that this is not a foldable stove. Basically, they have stoves that fold up, which makes it smaller for packaging and carrying wise, and I can stuff it right inside the rucksack. For me, I carry this in my hand when I'm hiking. Maybe someday I'll get a fold-up stove. I don't know. I mean, I like this stove. That's what I have. That's what I'm using. All right. Let me just move the camera here a little bit. Actually, you know what? I might not have to. Hold on a minute, folks. That brings me on to my tent, which is strapped right here to the bottom of my rucksack. All right. This is a hot tent. Obviously, you're not going to take it out of the package. It's a two-man tent. It's called the Pomali Stove Hut 70 hot tent. And what I particularly like about that hot tent is that I have my living space inside the tent. And I also have a little hut on the end of the tent where I can keep my stove. All right, so the stove is out of the way, but obviously it's in the area where it heats up the whole tent. Again, 34 degrees below zero feel like temperature this weekend. This hot tent and stove is gonna come in quite handy. All right, so let's dive into the bag. I'll go through the outer pockets first. I try to keep everything compartmentalized by category. It's just part of my OCD, I guess, but it helps me, you know. I like to know where everything's at in my rucksack, you know, and that's a good tip, you know, if you're out there and you're in a situation you got to get to something fast in your bag. You don't have to be digging all around for the fucking thing, you know. Everything is compartmentalized. For instance, I got this pouch here for lighting. All right, obviously I got my little lantern light. I keep the batteries out of it when I'm not using it to keep the device in good working order. You know, it's always good not to keep batteries in devices if you're not using them for long, because obviously the batteries will corrode over time. All right, so this lantern light will hang up on the top of the roof of my the inside my hot tent. You know, and obviously that will give me lighting. All right. Headlamp, pretty essential tool, for obvious reasons, you know. Let's say I get a late start out there in the woods this weekend, which I don't plan to, but you never know. You gotta hope for the best, plan for the worst, right? I like to get out there early enough so I can get everything processed during the daylight, get everything set up, collect my firewood and all that fun stuff. But, you know, sometimes shit happens and I'm stuck processing wood in the dark, or I'm hiking in the dark, and you know, I like to keep this headlamp handy, you know, to keep my hands free. All right. Obviously, I keep extra batteries on hand for my devices at all times. All right, brand new batteries in the pack, so I know that they're good. And prep batteries, folks. You know, I have containers stuffed with batteries in my preps. You know, so. This here is just a little speaker, you know, I hook up to my cell phone, you know, if I want to watch a movie while I'm camping, you know, keep myself entertained, whatnot. This speaker just hooks up, it's like a Bluetooth, I guess. I haven't used it yet, it was a gift. So. And it takes care of that pouch, so we'll go to the pouch right underneath of it. What do I got in here? Oh, okay. So this is just an extra lamp. This is pretty cool. Just pops open. All right. It's got a couple different features on here. It's got your lantern part here for the light, and you got a little flashlight on the end of it. Haven't used it yet. Again, this was another gift. All right. Batteries go on the bottom of it. I think it takes AAA's. These are portable chargers, folks, for your cell phone. All right, I got 2 of them. Good thing to have, especially when you're out in the cold. Your phone battery tends to die quickly in cold temperatures. So I got a couple pocket chargers that I keep charged up at all times. Extra set of earbuds in here, and a couple wires for the chargers. All right. What else do I have in there? Moving on. Solar powered crank radio, folks. All right. Shit hits the fan. If you're still able to listen to broadcast news in some way, shape, or form, this is a good device to have. All right, the radio just cranks up. All right, you can listen to your news while you're bugging out. It's got a flashlight on it, solar powered. So it's always good to keep one of these handy in your bug out gear. All right, so that stays in the bug out bag at all times. Let's go to the other side of the bag. A couple more pouches on this side. This bag's gonna go timber. All right, let's just set it now. This is just a shovel, guys. Again, this can go right on my belt loop. Strap it onto my pants here. One less thing to carry inside the bag. So it's just a folding shovel. Screws together. Obviously, here you go. And what I like about this is I can use this to knock a fucking pedophile out. No, just kidding. Actually, I'm not, but, you know. This shovel has multi-purposes, you know. I mean, if you got snow to clear around your area where you're going to set up your tent or your tarp. I mean, I've seen some guys on videos that will bring foldable snow shovels out there. That's awesome. You know, I'll probably end up getting one someday. But for now I have this, you know, it's got multi-uses. I can saw wood with it if I have to. It's got a little hatchet on here. I mean, I don't know if I would use that, but it's a fucking shovel, guys, all right? Good thing to have when you're out there. Might need to dig yourself a shitter, who knows? All right, that's my foldable shovel. Let's put this light on. All right, next. Knife sharpener. All right. Pretty much speaks for itself. All right. That pretty much, where is it? There we go. That pretty much comes in handy for my next favorite piece. And arguably the most important tool that you can have on your person or in your bug out bag. And this is just a simple bushcrafting knife, all right? You can use this for anything. You can use it for chopping wood, you can use it for processing food, you can use it for protection, you can use it for breaking a window, you can use it for shanking a pedophile. A lot of good uses for it. This is my everyday carry. Yep. Gotta have a good knife on you. Alright, so this comes with me everywhere. And it's one of those all-purpose knives where you won't need another knife, in my opinion. Alright. What else I got in this pouch? I just got a spare jackknife here, little Swiss Army gadget knife, just for whatever. We got a front pouch here. Let's open this bad Larry up. Show you what's in the front pocket. Alright, this is where I keep pretty much all my fire starting equipment. I got fire plugs, 50 pack, not even opened. This is just a head start to get a fire going. I love these things. You know, you just take one of these plugs out, bust it in half, take your flint rod to it, and throw a little tinder on it. You got yourself a nice fire. All right, just some pen and paper, pencil, whatever, right? More fire starting tools. I got some lighters in here, a few different lighters. I got books and matches, and I got my flint rod, my ferro rod. Another very important item to keep in your bug out bag that, in my opinion, a lot of people ignore, and they shouldn't. First aid kit. All right. It's like $10 online. You know, got pretty much everything in here for any kind of boo-boo that I might get while I'm out there. Got myself a nice little rape whistle. No, in all seriousness though, why do you have a whistle in there, Mad Outdoorsman? Well, think about it, folks. Let's say you're lost out in the woods, you're delirious, and you're totally lost, and use this whistle here. Hopefully you can get the attention of a big grizzly bear, ring the dinner bell. No, just kidding. Maybe you can get the attention of any search party that's out there looking for you, any hikers, you know, anything. Anything can happen out in the woods if you're not careful. So, you know, and I got my basic, you know, bandages, alcohol wipes, all that fun stuff in there. Antiseptic wipes, dressing gauze, you know, good aspirin, ibuprofen, other kinds of painkillers in there. Alright. Alright. What else is in the bag of goodies here? A couple rain ponchos. You know, always good to keep them on hand. Goes without saying. Alright, and I got a couple top pockets here in the bag, folks. Life straw. Always good to have a life straw on hand. I think they're like $20, 20 or $30. You can probably get them at Wally World. Alright. Roll of ass paper. Goes without saying. I even got shoelaces, guys. You know, you just never know. Let's say I'm hooking up a ridge line and I want to take that ridge line and add a couple pressure loops on it. You know, these shoelaces would be useful for pressure loops. Know your knots, guys. Very important. That's really about it for that top pocket. Couple carabiner clips in there. That's really about it. I got an inner pocket here. Yes, I do. What's in here? Wow. Just a waterproof case for your cell phone. You know, if you're in inclement weather and you need to look at your GPS or whatever, you slip your mobile device inside this pouch here and it'll keep it nice and dry and out of the elements. Now we can dive into the bag. Going on 24 minutes on this video. All right. Hope I'm keeping you entertained. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, perhaps that thumbs up button too. That'll help me get my message out and get more people to see these videos. All right? I'm being told that my channel is buried on YouTube, probably because of all the nice things I say. Anyway, I digress. Moving forward, got this little thingamajig here. I really like this. This is just a pouch to keep seasonings in, coffee, some cooking oil. All right, so I got salt, pepper, I got some Italian seasoning, sugar, powdered creamer, some instant coffee, and like I said, cooking oil. All right. So that comes in nice and handy. Keeps everything compartmentalized. Got my nice coffee mug with my spoon. I love this thing. Can drink my coffee out of it, eat my oatmeal out of it, you know. And then I feel like a Viking afterwards. Ragnar. Some beef jerky for a snack. Protein. Got myself a little cutting board in here for when I bring my little ribeye steaks out in the woods. Yeah, the mad outdoorsman, when I go winter camping, yes, I put myself in uncomfortable situations, but I mean, I'm also gonna be real too. I am bringing a fucking ribeye steak with me, you believe that? Nice little plate to put the ribeyes on. Just a simple cookware set. Got myself a frying pan in here. I got myself a kettle. I got myself a saucepan. I have eating utensils in here. I got a scrub brush in here. And I got some bowls and I got a couple ladles all in this little sack. All right, fits nice and snug. Another item that I enjoy. Not gonna take it out and set it up, but you'll probably see it when I do my winter camping out in the woods. This is a twig stove, guys. All right, so if I'm not hot tent camping and I'm just doing tarp camping and I wanna cook over an open fire, and let's say it's raining out or something and I can't really, it wouldn't make sense to cook over an open campfire if it's like inclement weather. I can slide this twig stove underneath my tarp and take some dried tinder and some pencil-sized twigs, get a nice pile of them right next to the stove after I set it up, just keep feeding it, and I can cook my food on this twig stove. All right, I love this thing. All this is, guys, is a camping pillow. All right, it's just a little 8-inch by 12-inch pillow inside a stuff sack here that goes with my sleeping bag. Next is my inflatable mattress. All right. Obviously, I don't want to sleep on the ground inside the tent or on the ground underneath a tarp. So what I'll do is I'll take this bad Larry out. Basically, you can use your hand or your foot to compress a portion of this and it'll blow up. All right, so you're not blowing air into it. There's no other devices that you have to hook up to this thing. Pretty useful. I also have a foam sleeping pad, but I prefer this just for packing reasons. All right. Next, this sack here consists of a couple tarps, along with some cord rope inside and some tent pegs. So if something goes wrong while I'm out there, if I can't use my hot tent for whatever reason, if my stove shits the bed, whatever, I always like to have a secondary option for my shelter, all right? And obviously, if I don't have this, I'll just build my own little lean-to shelter out of what resources I might have out in the woods. But yeah, I like to keep a couple tarps with me for that purpose. One of them is a sacrificial tarp that I'll put underneath the tent or lay on the ground underneath the tarp that I would use for my shelter portion. So that's what's in that sack. Getting down to the bottom here. Come on. 0-degree mummy sleeping bag, folks. All right, definitely gonna need it this weekend. It's rated for 0 degrees. And like I said, it's a mummy sleeping bag, so it comes right up over the top of my head and keeps me nice and snug and warm. I'm also probably going to end up bringing my wool blanket. I'll strap it to the outside of the bag here because, yeah, it's going to be that cold. This is called a shema. All right. I like this. You can use it as a headscarf, a face cover, just something to keep you nice and warm, keep your neck warm, keep your head warm, keep you protected from the elements. All right, just a personal item that I like to keep in there. And last but not least, just an extra change of clothes in here. I got wool socks. All right, I got extra pair of underwear. I do have a winter hat in there. I do have gloves in there, winter gloves. I got a pair of utility gloves that I will wear if I'm like processing firewood or, you know, picking up deadfall and all that stuff. So I just wear a regular pair of utility gloves with the fingertips cut off and all that fun stuff. All right. So I got everything in this bug out bag except the meat and the potatoes, which will be coming later when I do go out there. All right. Again, this is my bug out bag / winter tent camping bag. All right. If I'm bugging out, especially during this time of year where we're in February now. It's February 1st. It's cold. If shit breaks bad, I'm grabbing this. I'm grabbing the 12-gauge shotgun, obviously my knife, and I'm hitting the road. All right. That's pretty much all I have for today. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up on the way out. Mad Outdoorsman, thanks for watching.